Now to Atlanta, where Rudy Giuliani, the former attorney to the 45th President Donald Trump, has surrendered to face racketeering charges. The former mayor of New York City and U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, who once prosecuted racketeering charges himself, appeared at the Fulton County Jail Wednesday, where his lawyers agreed to a $150,000 bond. That's $50,000 less than what former President Trump agreed to pay. Trump is expected to turn himself in on Thursday. Meantime, a federal judge has denied former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows' attempt to delay his arrest in the case, meaning he'll have to turn himself in by Friday like everyone else. CBS News' Nikole Killion reports from Atlanta.
The man once known as America's mayor arrived in Atlanta to surrender at the Fulton County Jail.
Fannie Willis will go down in American history as having conducted one of the worst attacks on the American Constitution.
Rudy Giuliani was the face of former President Trump's legal efforts after the 2020 election. He was charged with 13 counts, the same as Trump, for pushing fraudulent election claims in Georgia.
What are the odds that they all switched overnight?
And making false statements about poll worker Ruby Freeman, who described the pain it caused her to the January 6th committee.
Do you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you?
Giuliani's bond was set at $150,000, and he was spotted at a bail bondsman shortly after he was booked.
Who posted your bail, sir?
Sources have indicated the former mayor has struggled with his legal costs, though he flew to Atlanta by private jet. According to the New York Times, the former president is set to host a fundraiser for Giuliani next month at his Bedminster club.
And you suffered gravely.
And just last night, Trump reportedly hosted a fundraiser there for people charged in the attack on January 6th. Ahead of the former president's surrender Thursday, 7 more defendants turned themselves in, including former Trump attorney Sidney Powell, who spread numerous conspiracy theories, including that Dominion voting systems had rigged its voting machines to take votes from Trump.
And Nikole Killion joins me now. Nikole, the former mayor was accompanied by former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik, who's not a defendant in the case, and he's not a lawyer either. So why was Kerik there?
Well, you know, I asked him that and whether he was assisting the former mayor in the process, and he did not comment, but that is our general understanding, is that he may be assisting the former mayor as he kind of goes through the motions here. Of course, former mayor did need a Georgia-based attorney who was the one who ultimately negotiated that $150,000 bond agreement, but we didn't even learn who the former mayor's attorney was here in Georgia until this morning.
And looking ahead to Thursday, how's the city of Atlanta and the county jail preparing for the former president's arrival?
Well, we expect security really to start ramping up in earnest here. There's already a heightened presence, but we do expect that roads are going to be shut down here. This jail is sandwiched in between an industrial zone and a residential neighborhood. So certainly as we get closer to that hour of the former president surrendering, as with many events involving the former president, we expect a wide security perimeter and sweep, and this will involve a number of agencies from Secret Service to local law enforcement here on the ground. We also know that the former president will be treated much like any other criminal defendant in the sense he's got to be processed, he's got to be fingerprinted, he'll likely get a mugshot, and that process is really only expected to take less than an hour, so the former president may not be spending much time here at all.
Nikole Killion in Atlanta. Thank you, Nikole.